Alright. I'm not sure when this is going to drop, but there was a game in the Roguelike curator area, and, I figured to myself, I definitely want to check it out. I would love if you could check out my game Pinballers. It is an incremental roguelike game based around building up a pinball machine. Please check it out and let me know your thoughts. Dragon Kid 96. So, it felt like a good game to sort of check out. Let's do so. Now, I'll note by the way that, pinball, simulated games were like all the rage back in like earlier days of Windows, so I'm wondering if it's gonna be like any sort of okay, we're just gonna turn that down a little bit, but yes, I wonder if it's gonna be like any sort of references to like some of those old games perhaps, but whatever. Alright, keyboard and mouse. We can use dash or dash. Interesting. Are these like the left mouse buttons or something else? Like, why are we using these like buttons here? These like, dashes. Seems odd. Launch to space, pause to escape. And some other stuff here. This looks like it's made for like a controller more than it is for keyboard, so. Sure, let's just go to like, this. So we got rollover, start the game. So welcome to Pinballers. Pinballers is an incremental roguelike game. It can be difficult to get started with only one piece of the machine to begin. Do not give up and your patience will be rewarded. Most of all, have fun. Guide. Alright, so we only got like one piece of the board, but it's fine. Alright, so yeah, basically you can use like the left and right, cursor keys to sort of get this going. You can also use like the dash keys. Question mark key basically. I'm not sure what the other key for it would be, so whatever. We'll use the arrow key because that seems to work. Now, one thing I'll note to the developer, I would like to have like sort of the ability to sort of control like the plunger a little bit, and these things seem very wonky. And I apparently can flip the left flipper there for some reason. Alright, so flip, rollover, currency, points, rolls, ball. We'll get flip. Why not? It's like a limited amount of flips I basically get. Like, I only get so many flips. Yeah, you get a limited number of flips, okay. Yeah, the physics seem a little bit wonky, by the way. Like, there's basically like, something there that's hitting on the blue turquoise, but I can barely see it. I'm out of flips, so I can't do anything. I have to say, I feel like there could be maybe some more stuff here to sort of get points with. Whoop, I didn't do anything there, so not useful. Okay, this seems to be like an art issue, by the way. Your ball's like, not like a line for like a grab it hold type of thing. I can't give very good marks to a game if like you don't have like, proper physics basically like this, out of the way, so. It's not looking that good in my opinion, this game. Just to throw it out there. Definitely not driving with like the sort of like, you know, physics. Just trying to get anywhere, and it's like, you know, not really doing anything for me. I might try a different board. If there's one available. Alright, so yeah, basically I'm stuck with like the one board here. It'd be nice if I could actually maybe like put this somewhere where I can actually hit it. That could be like, you know, help too perhaps. And I'm done. Points, roll, roll over. There's no takebacks, by the way, apparently, so that could probably be improved. I kind of feel like the ball should be able to jump over to the other side, by the way, so again, your physics kind of suck. The thing about, like, you know, a pinball type of game is that you actually have to have the physics, like, it's like, you know, down pat. And I feel like it's too unpredictable, like, you know, what to basically do here. I was really hoping to enjoy this experience, but, you know, it's just not that great, in my opinion. And it seems like, you know, the ball will basically always go, like, you know, certain directions when you hit with the flippers. I'll give us a few more tries, but this needs some improvement for sure. I don't know, maybe you want to have like some more components basically in here, like bumpers or something to sort of help you get the, like, you know, things going everywhere. Having some more points to score might be an idea as well. What does currency do for me? On that, by the way, this does feel like a very much like a prototype. That's the other thing that you sort of like have an issue with. And not very fun one to play. No idea what the currency basically does. Excellent. I got, you know, that there. So something to point out on this screen, by the way, is the fact that, like, you know, you could probably, like, you know, make it more substantial, like, you know, this, like, number here to show it off. Maybe more point rolls might help here a little bit. Okay, now I get more points from that. Oh, I got our point there. That's it, but whatever. Some points. I'm finally making progress. I'm not a big fan of, like, the limit flipping, by the way. I feel like that should be unlimited. And, you know, like, you should, like, you know, other limit space you can play as, like, you know, something else. Oh, got it. Oh, there you go. Never mind. Yeah, just try and get into that little groove there. It's just difficult as hell. Just to throw it out there. I'm only getting points because, like, you know, that, for example, so... The music is definitely very repetitive. That could probably be changed. Or, like, you know, have, like, alternate tunes or something. Just nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I can't predict, like, the ball physics, and that's, like, an issue. I don't have any control over the ball with the flippers, because, you know, there is none. Not enough points. Just to, like, get me any, like, you know, anywhere really. I can't even control, like, the flipper, like, you know, power either. So, okay, I got a second rollover finally. Oh, look at that! Boom, points. And yeah, nothing there. Oh, nope. Didn't get it. I mean, getting another flip would, like, not really help me here, so... I'm really just trying to save up for, like, you know, more rollers or something. This is not very fun. Like, you know, the fact that, like, you know, I have to basically grind like this to try and get something that I basically can't get. Probably my, like, you know, biggest, like, suggestion would be to try and make it so, like, there's something, like, you know, very easy for, like, the player to sort of, like, you know, get even by accident. So I can, like, sort of get through these, like, initial levels a little bit easier. Because as you can basically see here, I'm getting like nowhere, and I can see players getting very, very frustrated very, very fast in this game, so that needs to be improved, like, you know, fast if you want to get anywhere in this game. I'll try and, like, farm to, like, an error component, but, you know, I'm not having much, you know, luck in this, like, doing anything here. Oh, there we go. Points. Points for something. So 5, I get more currency. I want to save up for another rollover, so basically, like, get some luck on something. Well, got rid of it. Okay, let's just do a quick check on controls here. So, back, continue, new run, accept, launch, all this other stuff. It's just very simple, like, you know, gameplay here, for the most part. Nope, that does nothing. 7. But yeah, like, you know, if you're not going to be turned off by the fact that it's, like, very, very hard to sort of get a point, people might get turned off by the physics, so. One more roller point, basically. Good. Good. Let's actually get to another component too. Hooray! Choose a new component. So again, bumpers, target, kickers. So yeah, I got my first component. So kicker upgrades. Let's just get our roller for now. So yeah, we got a kicker. Does the kicker give me points? Didn't check that, but hopefully it did. 15 for another kicker. Yes, I do get points for it, so... Maybe as an idea, I probably actually have it so like the kickers aren't like, you know, something like you upgrade to something that is always there. That's going to put us 3,000, that's fine. Let's get our rollover. Okay, rollers up there, so I can't really get to those easily. I'm having no luck, am I? Part of my business suggestion would be like to have more components at the start. Maybe like get rid of the kickers, like, you know, points, and like just have them like just there by default so they can actually do stuff for you. I'm not sure they help completely, but they might. Yeah, I'm just having no luck. Hooray, points. I was hoping the kicker would do a lot more, but you know, not doing much of anything here. How I keep getting the ball go up between the kicker and like this thing right there is just, you know, beyond me. I don't think I've seen a lot of pinball machines like, you know, have you basically kicking up like these areas like that easily. Usually it's like up the middle, not like, you know, down the sides. Right, points, points. And out of it, so... Kicker. Flip. Flip. Let's see if two kickers help me out a little bit here. You know, the other thing to notice that the flippers feel really like short and the ball very big. Points, that's nice. There we go. Now we're getting points. I mean, I got some points out of that. That'll help. I'll have something, I guess. Maybe currency does something. Maybe get more points. Let's get this. More currency, maybe. I mean, I'm slowly starting to build up the stuff now, but I mean, it took me a long time to get here. Probably the biggest suggestion I could probably make to you about the flippers, Bob, is just to make them bigger. Because they're like, you know, the ball's enormous compared to the flippers, so... Maybe a target might be useful. Let's just get some points from the bumpers. And sure, we'll get this too. Well, that wasn't useful. Yay, bumper! I get points for it. You know, I feel like the kickers are like an essential feature of the, the key, the pinball. They probably should start and not give you points. This beat air. Beat 10,000 to win. All right. Let's just do that. Well, I got a lot of flips now. The other thing about the kickers that you get a lot of points from because they can like sort of like, go back and forth constantly. Let's see if getting a second ball does anything. Oh, there's a second ball. Alright, there's a bit of an issue with like your ball bouncing in the plunger apparently with the second ball. There we go, we won. Alright, so there's like a run basically of it, but part of my like basic suggestion here would be like, you know, maybe in early on, have it so you can like get points a little bit easier and sort of like build up your money. You might want to make it so like, you know, kickers, like, you know, flippers are basically automatically in the game, and like, you know, make it like unlimited. It feels like, you know, the biggest problem here is like not the fact that like, you know, the physics are bad or anything like that. It's just the fact that like, you know, it's very hard to sort of like, you know, get points early on. And you're sort of like, you know, having to farm up points, and it's just, you know, not fun. Okay, I got a kicker. That'll help if like game is like going here a little bit, maybe. I got no points, so not great. Useful. Useful. Not useful. But at least I have something to work with here now, so get some points on the bumper. We'll get some currency going. That got me nothing, but oh well. Funny! Why don't the rollovers? That happens. Let's get more points on the bumper. Maybe get in our flip. That's something. Okay, we got our component, I think. Yep, okay, so you get bumpers, targets, a rollover. We'll get the rollover to start off with. It seems to be working fairly well, getting that. I definitely want to get a second rollover right away, I think, but you know, we'll try and get some points on the bumper here going up. There we go, something to start off with. Nope, nothing. I need to get a second kicker and a second rollover, I think. And nothing. Yay, points. Almost got a second kicker. It's once you get that second kicker, you start getting more points, of course, early on here, so. There we go, points. Just shy of it. That'll be enough. There we go, some more points. Well, we got something. Get a kicker. More currency, maybe. More points. Be fun if we get that 3,000 points right now, but I doubt we'll do that. Never mind, we did it right now. Look at the bumper. Unlock the dinosaur machine. Hooray. It's interesting how you get like ball upgrades basically in like certain ones, but not all of them, so we'll get those going, get more currency. Oh, there's a bumper. Nope, ran out of flips. But we got some stuff there, so let's get this. More currency. Let's get a flip there, a flip here. Points on the bumper. Did that kind of poorly, but whatever. Yeah, I can't tell when a ball's just gonna, like, you know, flatline like that right away. These physics are just, you know, annoying, to say the least. Yay, points. There we go, points. Let's get more of this. That'd be nice. Perfect. Lovely. Almost there. $10,000 to win, of course, but whatever. We'll get that up a little bit. Let's get all the bumpers. So all the bumpers are in there. You know, I'm not sure that having decimated bumper, kickers is actually a good thing, but whatever. I filled the machine a little bit there. Let's get this. More flips. More of this, more of this. Flip, 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 flip. That was unfortunate. Oh, look at that. Points in the bumpers. And I won just out, this pure luck. And that's it. So there's a new high score for you. I got like a dinosaur unlocked. We'll give this one more try here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with kickers here. Okay, I don't like the fact that these blend in with the background there, so that could probably be improved. There we go, points. More points in the bumper. I think a better way of keeping score, by the way, is to actually have it so that it's like the amount of times basically you have to take the build up your thing to get to 10,000 points for a score. Have a timer that right in scoring type of thing. That's something about the scoring. Your scoring feels like okay. Yeah, your plunger needs work. It really should hit the plunger, not go out of wherever it went there. Well, this is hard with the kickers, and won't be do this thing in a way a year, so. There we go, that's something. 500 points. $1,000 points. Is that going to get me a couple unlocks? Bumper, target, ramp. Ramp might be nice. Let's get this. So again, more ramps, that's nice to know, but So there's the ramp. Let's get some flips. And it's going to fall into oblivion. Oh, it didn't this time, so that's the buggiest last time. I'm getting nowhere fast. I wonder like the ramp has any real purpose, by the way, because I'm not really sure I can use it to, like, you know, the flippers basically knock it all the way up into it, the ball. I'm gonna try and get their kicker in play. Got something, some points there. Kicker. Let's get those. I mean, why not? So I got a second ramp right there. Interesting. This is like, you know, now like a thing there. That might be able to knock into. Possibly. Okay, you can get in a ramp if you're lucky. Well, that's something. Let's get some points on the bumpers. Let's get this, why not? And of course, okay, it didn't fall through again. Hi, kitty. I need you off the table, though. Perfect. That was something. That was something. I'm happy with that. Yes, kitty, you can sit on me. It's fine. Let's just get this all up to here. Okay, this is working a little bit more like, you know, it should. Okay, well, let's get some more currency. Flip, flip, currency. I think the concept is interesting. You got is just like, you know, it's so hard to sort of get going. I kind of feel like, you know, you should be able to like unlock stuff right from the get-go. And it's not really doing that. Whoa, that's got a lot of points from that. That seems like a bug. I mean, I'll take the bug, but yeah. I didn't win because, like, you know, whatever. Target, because why not? Points, because why not? I mean, now that I know that, I'm just going to boost this all the way up for obvious reasons. Flip, 2 targets. Get some currency, because why not? More of this. Let's get some balls. Balls. Isn't it lovely saying balls over and over again? I hope the YouTube monetization guys, you know, get me for that. I'll just buy everything, I guess. I mean, there's literally nothing here stopping me, so... So many points. Again, points. Oh yeah, I have a second ball, don't I? Or third ball too. You know, I kind of feel like maybe we should have, like, you know, unlimited amount of, like, you know, flipper, like, you know, hits. Right, like this, like, you know, thing here. Where, like, you know, you have, like, a limited number. And it's because, like, just, you know, you just lose the ball, that's, like, you know, game over. Like, naturally, pinball type of thing. Haven't got up to my tail end, of course, but whatever. Almost out flippers. There we go. There's the bumper showing his thing. Now, is there like a tilt feature, by the way? Because this is where a tilt feature would be very, very useful, right? I'll give us a moment and like, you know, just sort of get some final thoughts here. So it seems like a very cool concept, but you know, you need to have like maybe a little bit easier to get points in the beginning. Work on like the physics a little bit, so like, you know, you can do like tricks and stuff like that. Definitely have like, you know, situations like this not happen, so like check for bugs and such. Maybe it's the idea like you might want to have it so like, you know, the bottom part of the board is basically like, you know, completely like, you know, workable. Like you have like, you know, two kickers, like, you know, 2 flippers. Maybe you also have like, you know, some targets and stuff in the bottom to get some points with. And mostly the real stuff you always have to do is like, you know, have like these quest basically, you have to like, you know, hit the top, like, you know, finger in the top, like left of the board. Might also help if you can actually get your flippers actually knock stuff up to the top of the board, because you know, you don't seem to have the power basically or like ability to sort of do that right just yet. But yeah, I think it's like, you know, there's enough of this sort of like, you know, showing of this game here. I don't see like an option basically to like, you know, deal with like, you know, issues like this. Alright, well, that's basically Pinballers. It needs a lot of work. I think the primary thing you have to sort of work on is like your physics, by the way, because anyone who's basically playing a pinball type of game is going to expect to have good like physics, and this doesn't really like, you know, grasp me as like very good right now. But other than that, take care.